More drama and surprise in China with day 2 of the trial of Bo Xilai. This is Asia Today. I'm Getty and I'm joined by Jeremy Page outside the courtroom in China. Jeremy, thanks for joining. Day 1 was pretty exciting, a very defiant Bo Xilai. Talk us through the highlights of day 2.
Well, one of the big highlights has been the appearance of Kailai on video. A recorded video statement, her giving evidence against her husband. Not actually a whole lot of detail in the video itself, though importantly she does say that Bo Xilai was aware of the relationship with Xu Ming, this Chinese businessman who's accused of giving most of the bribes. There was also written testimony from her that was presented, and in that, crucially, she also said that Bo Xilai was aware of the villa, the French villa, that this businessman, Xu Ming, is alleged to have given as a bribe to the Bo family. Also, lots of fresh details about the relationship with Neil Haywood, the British businessman whose murder triggered this whole scandal. So lots more interesting details coming out.
Absolutely. So talk us, where do we stand on all this? We've had 2 days now, quite a lot of information. Is it playing out just as it's supposed to, or what's the sort of script and the tone and the feeling over there?
Well, it's a little hard to tell. Everyone was very surprised yesterday, first of all, that they provided these sort of live updates on China's version of Twitter, and secondly, that Bo Xilai put up such as a robust defense. But the bottom line is, the Chinese authorities are still very much in control. They control what goes out on that Twitter feed. So if they didn't want this to come out, they wouldn't allow it to. So there's still a plan here. There's still a script. We're just not quite sure what the plan is, to be honest. It looks like today some of the evidence that's been presented against Bo Xilai is a little more compelling. He has rejected it. He says that it's all untrue. He's questioned the psychological well-being of his own wife. But at the moment, it looks like the court case could go on for another day at least.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Where do we go from here? It was supposed to be a 2-day trial in itself, so even that's a surprise. But will this get wrapped up fairly soon in a verdict? I mean, just talk us through what the next events will be.
It's hard to tell because there's obviously a time delay on these sort of Twitter updates that are coming out. So we don't know what exactly is going on in court at the moment. But they don't seem to have addressed some of the charges against him. We haven't seen much detail about the embezzlement charge, and we haven't really got into the abuse of power element of the trial as well. There's just been a lot of evidence today about this French villa and some of the background to the relationship with Neil Haywood, which is all relevant, but we're not getting into the nitty-gritty of those two charges. So I think it's quite possible it could go into another day.
Fascinating. Well, Jeremy Page, thanks so much for joining, bringing us up to date. That's it for Asia Today. I'm Getty, but for more on this story and many more, please go to WSJ.com.